a lot of cool stuff around here. But today,
and I actually made this one. This one's interesting. Maybe Matt Cole or someone will buy into this later. But
we got my man Hirum. Thank you so much for meeting up with me.
hey, what's up,
Do
Dustin?
appreciate it. Check that out. That's a huge cart. Yeah, so we're in a body shop today. How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for about 10 years.
10 years.
At this particular shop, I've been here about 7 years.
7 years. So do you do like everything, like tear down and?
So right here we do from start to finish. Very little things we don't do. Bring in the car from disassembly to repair, heads over to our paint department, comes back to us for reassembly, and that's pretty much what we got going on right here.
So did you go to school for Autobody?
I did. I
you did?
actually went to a local community college here, and we, several of us here, including myself, got the degree in Autobody and refinishing.
Nice. How long does that usually take?
It's about 2 years.
See, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's a good trade, and it's good money as well.
Right on. So you have your Snap-on car here. Do you have a main box as well?
Yes, this is pretty typical, normal in the auto body industry. We have the service cart which we use to move around. Some of the cars that come can't. We have to go outside, or we have to move our cart to the cart because it comes in crashed and it's not mobile. So yeah, this is my everyday cart, and then this is my main stationary chest. Nice. And I mostly hold specialty tools there. Mostly this one has my bread and butter.
It looks like you're a Milwaukee guy.
I am.
That's awesome. So you have 3/8 and quarter.
Yes.
And then what are all these? This is.
So I'll have my drill. We'll drill out plug welds. We'll drill out rivets. I have the 3/8 impact.
Oh, that's the M18 version, huh?
It is.
That's nice. Does that hit pretty good?
It does, actually. I've used this. This is so good. It hits some. We'll take a lot of the bolts on subframes off, impact bars.
Really?
Yeah, I love this. I rarely have to grab my 1/2 inch. If I can, I'll grab this guy first.
Nice. I see everybody with the M12 version of that. And everybody swears by it, but that looks like it'd have more power.
Yes, I like it. What I like more for us, I like that I'm able to put these M18, the little compact batteries.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, for me, it's a lot about not having to carry around heavy stuff. But also, it's easy. Like if one of these dies out and I don't want to go to my main box, I'll just grab one of these. So I like to keep everything pretty similar. I do have M12 as well, though.
I don't see this very often. It's like the M12 1/4 inch impact.
Yes, we use
nice.
this a lot. This one actually I use probably 50% of the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
for disassembly, we don't need so much torque. So the M12 is fine, and then I'll just throw on any torques or any of the smaller
like the
1/4 inch drives, to take off.
Nice.
For disassembly, this is the go-to. These two right here are actually the same impact.
Okay.
But I like to have my Phillips head ready to go and a Torx. The most common one we use in Torx, I believe, for disassembly, reassembly is a Torx 30.
Okay.
Taking off door handles, any body technician will tell you that that's the go-to for that. So,
nice.
and it's all about efficiency. So I just like having those ready to go. And if I have to switch, I'll go up here and switch them out.
Oh, nice.
Irwin is the ones that I usually go with.
Irwin, okay. So I'm not real familiar with like body shops and stuff. How many cars would you say you work on in a week?
It all depends on workflow. We actually do about 400,000 in revenue a month at this shop.
Jeez.
So we do a lot of cars here. So right here, it's a 2-bay station.
Okay.
Actually 3, that little centerway. We come in through that entry door over there.
Okay.
And we typically work on about, it's hard to say, anywhere from 8 to 12 cars a week. Just my apprentice and I.
Oh, you have an apprentice. Okay.
Yes, I do have an apprentice. So I'm one of the lead techs here, and there's 4 of us, and 3 of us have apprentices. And
that's cool. You guys must stay busy then. Holy cow.
yeah, we stay pretty busy. Fortunately, this shop gets a lot of traffic, and we have good management and a good operation going. So the work is there.
That's cool. So is Autobody flat rate? Like,
Yeah, it's a flat rate, and yeah, that's why efficiency matters so much here, to get them out of here as quick as possible. We also do put a lot of quality into the work as well, though. Just because we do it fast doesn't mean there's no quality.
Sure.
There's a lot of years in training, and we do a lot of iCar training, and some of these, as you can see, these are the magnets we get. I think in mechanics, I think they do ACE.
Oh, so that's like an ASE.
Yeah, this is like the equivalent, but in Autobody.
Okay.
So I have the steel certification, aluminum welding, and we do steel sectioning. This is more for sectioning frame rails. This is a little bit more advanced. Your typical steel is your entry to the iCar certifications.
Okay. So what are these? This is neat. I've never seen this before. Like,
Yes,
they're like magnets with like.
This
hooks?
is actually a snap-on item, and I have them in each drive. It's pretty cool. So yeah, they hold the sockets up top, and then the ratchets. And
what? Oh, so it's like, that's crazy, huh? So these kind of like your go-to.
Yes, these are my
go-to.
These are my go-to. Up here is my go-to, my 7, 8, and 10s. And I like to have the shallows and the magnetic, and then the deep socket and the magnetic.
Nice.
And then my, obviously my wobbly.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But yeah, and then my stubby, to get in the wheel wells, my stubby Phillips right here.
So do you have a brand that you typically stick with, or is it just kind of whatever works?
You know what? Whatever works. Some of these things, if I could get them on deals, I do a lot of eBay. So if I could get good deals on name brands like the Cornwell, Snap-on, Matco, I'll get them. But I've got them on good deals. But some of these are Sunex. I do like the Sunex. Amazon does great.
Oh, okay.
And then my first ones, I still have them. You can't even tell really. Some of the laser engraving.
Oh, yeah.
Those are Cobalt. Those are when I was barely starting the industry. And yeah, that's just your lows. But they're still holding on.
Yeah, if they hold up, that's cool.
What I do like about the sockets, though, is that I've never had one break, actually. But the thing is, even if they were snap-on, you know, if I lose that 10, they can't warranty a lost socket.
Right.
So it's the cheapest way to replace it is, like, I go to the cheapest. Just go to the hardware store and grab another, you know, another 10 and a few bucks. So yeah, and these right here.
What are those?
These are antenna sockets.
Oh.
Some of these have a specialty antennas that require specialty sockets.
And what about these, like the rails? What are those?
These are like the mag rails, I believe they call them. And
do you know who makes them?
I think it's VMF, or is it VIM
Vim?
Tools? Vim
Vim.
Tools.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, yeah. I think that's who makes them, yes.
They stick pretty good, like.
Oh, they're so hard.
Are they?
They're so dirty and like stuff like that too, because they're so hard to take off. So I left them there, and it's kind of like it's staying there.
So that's another thing. I guess Autobody, you get a lot of sediment and stuff in your tool, I guess from sanding.
Yes, we get a lot of dust in here. So I've seen some of the other toolboxes you have on your channel, and they look so clean, and it's a different environment. I'm sure they have their things they got to worry about, oil and grime, but it's hard to keep it clean. But yeah, I did a little bit of cleaning. It's not usually this clean.
It looks nice, man. And I see a couple ratchets up here. Are these your go-to ratchets?
Yes. So this is a 1/4-inch rack that I got on this side. So these are my 1/4-inch ratchets here.
Okay.
They're not all, like I said, name brand. So this is Snap-on. This is Cornwell. This is the Snap-on as well. This is a 3/8 rack that I have.
Oh, okay.
And on the other side, I have the 1/2-inch. So I got my 1/2-inch here, and then, of course, some Snap-ons, and here are some sockets. These are my most common 1/2-inch sockets that I'll use, and some of these I use when I go on the frame rack, which is over there.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Some of those I need. These are my go-tos as well.
Man, you got a ton of clip tools. Holy cow.
Yeah, as you can tell, I think you'd be able to tell that we do a lot of assembly and disassembly.
Yeah, so I guess that's pretty common in the Autobody, like to have a bunch of clip.
Yes, you want to be suited to like tackle on any job, and not all clips are the same, and they come in different sizes. You know, like these two are very similar, but the head is a little bit wider on this one, and you know, I know which ones I want to go to if I want to tackle a door weather strip. I like to grab something like that that's a little bit smaller on the head. if I do some of the other clips, like on the bumpers, I'll probably go to my Cornwell.
I didn't know that there were like just a small, minute difference would make.
Oh, it makes such a
deal.
difference.
Huh.
It can make a difference between buying a new weather strip, because sometimes if you don't grab that clip right, you'll tear that weather strip. So I mostly know what to grab already, because I think we all have that one clip tool that we like to go to.
Yeah. What's your what's your go-to? Is it just the two?
Yeah, so that's interesting. Let's see. So right now, I think within the last year, Cornwell came out with this one.
Okay.
And I grabbed it. I actually grabbed a few. They made it in blue as well.
Ah, okay.
I know a lot of guys are color coordinated. I'm not so much.
Yeah.
Because I've bought tools from everywhere. So after a while, I'd have to start all over, and it's expensive.
Yeah.
The Cornwell right now are my favorite ones. These are the same in different colors.
Okay.
But you always lose them too, so you gotta have an extra one.
Sure.
But prior to that, my favorite one was this one. Anyone that's done Autobody, this is the original Cornwell one that was like the one they sold on the truck for years.
Oh, okay.
This one was my go-to, but if you look at the head, there have been some slight changes.
Yeah.
And I prefer this one. This one will never go out of style, but these ones have been my go-to.
And are the zip ties just to show that it's yours? Or?
Yes, I do the zip ties because I haven't found another way right now, because a lot of the guys have the same ones. I do the zip ties for now, but on some of the other stuff like the vice grips, I do engraving.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the zip ties, specifically the red ones, they know it's mine.
Yeah,
and the guys are pretty trustworthy that I work with, so they see that zip tie, they know to bring it back.
Awesome.
This one is a snap-on organizer.
Oh, it is, okay.
These ones are the mini pry bars.
Nice.
I like having those.
Geez, you have a bunch of.
Yeah, these are cool for taking off grills on bumpers. You stick them in the little each little tab, and they help hold it in place. And then these help out a lot. These ones are way cool. These are the non-marring panel poppers.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll keep those in this area too.
Do you just keep these on here for like ease of so you can see it better?
Yeah, because I could see it better, I just keep it like that.
That's smart.
Yeah, that came with that. That's actually I got to give a shout out to my tool truck guy for he added that. I don't think they sell the tool with this thing. I think he added.
I don't think they do. That's cool.
Because the other side shows his information.
Oh, okay.
On this side, I have some blades. So.
Oh, what is that?
These ones we use to scrape off urethane. We could use these as well to scrape off a seam sealer on cars. But yeah, anything that has to do with like blades, I keep it on this side, and I don't. I kind of know not to like approach this side too crazy because I could get cut. But yeah, I also do the glass in-house.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, so I will do the quarter glasses and the rear glasses.
Oh, okay.
Such as this one.
Nice.
If we replace a lift gate, I'll take it off and then I'll also put it on, and that's what I use these scrapers for, to take off the old urethane. We go on to our second drawer. This is mostly my plier rack.
Okay.
I'm sure other people have more, but this is what works for me in the auto body industry. Some snap-on ones right here in the red.
Okay.
Some of my original ones from when I was beginning, from the Cobalt. Some wire strippers. These are for doing your crimping. There we go. Some welding pliers.
Cool.
We do a lot of, like I said, reassembly, disassembly from accidents. So pinch off for some hose clamps.
Huh. So do you ever have to do like mechanical repairs? Like say if like the oil pan gets crushed or something?
We typically don't do that. The most mechanical we'll really do is some suspension, and we will do front end hits. It'll be your condenser, radiator, and fans. And other than that, we don't. If it gets beyond that, we sublet it out to one of our mechanics. We just focus on auto body, which is what we do to make money. And I mean,
that's good to stay specialized like that. That's cool. What's that?
This one's actually cool. This is a vice grip. It's made from Grip-On, and I just bought this particular one. They have a whole set, but I like this for flanges on auto body, on fenders. Sometimes just the flange is bent. Sometimes rather than hammer and dollying it, this will get the job done, and it's just
so that's to straighten like
you can use it for different things, holding stuff. There's various uses, but I use it to fix flanges on metal. This is one of my go-to when I go disassemble a car. I typically grab a clip tool, and I grab these as a panel popper like pliers.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And this one's brand new actually, because I just lost my other one. I'm pretty sad.
No.
So thank you to my Cornwall guy.
Oh, okay.
But so I'll pop off the head on the clip, and this one will help me just lift it up. Sometimes some of those won't pop up, and you need a little bit more strength. So I will use these, and this is just my tag team partners right here.
Cool. What's that set? Is that
This one is just some mini plier set. I don't really use it as much. Sometimes I'll run into it if I'm doing like some wiring or something that's really needs some precise pliers.
So do you get all the trucks out here, like Snap-on, Matco, and
We get more constant ones are Snap-on, Cornwall. Our Matco guy used to come.
Yeah.
But he recently stopped coming.
Oh, okay.
What else? Who else have we got in the past?
You guys get Mac here at all?
That's what I was gonna mention.
Yeah.
We got Mac a while back, but they haven't came in a while.
Really?
So, but yeah, we have. At one point, we had all 4.
Yeah. That sucks when you buy a bunch of tools and then they stop coming.
Well, it sucks. Yeah, I had that happen actually. I had this set right here, my stubby bits. I lost one, and this is from Matco, and it sucks because you try to keep things the same color, same brand.
Yeah.
And Matco guys stopped coming around, and it's like, oh, I need that one replacement. So yeah,
Oh, that's the worst.
it really helps when you have a consistent tool truck guy.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll go to drawer number 3. This one's more of a jack of all trades. This one's a specialty tools drawer. Pick tools.
Nice.
My
you got the
longer
short
pick
and
tools.
small. Okay, yeah.
Short and small. This is my rivet gun.
Do you do a lot of rivets in
We
Autobody?
do a lot. There's some bumpers that will come require rivets, and some of the bumper brackets are riveted on. A lot of the GM.
Oh, okay.
So we'll do occasionally, probably not every day, but maybe on a weekly basis I'll touch it once or twice.
Okay.
Got some files here. They come in handy as well.
Cool.
For different parts of Autobody. Easier to take off wipers.
Oh,
Some of these are so hard to get off. So yeah, I use these to take the wipers off.
These are kind of neat.
Yeah,
So,
these ones are cool. These ones are actually from Mac. They were on a good deal, and these are some pretty heavy duty pick tools.
Yeah, they're like short though. Like usually they're like the radiator style, like bigger. But I like how those are like heavy duty and they got like small tips. That's
they
cool.
haven't broke yet, so I'm glad that I haven't, because he doesn't come around anymore. But
the Mac
these
guy.
once in a while.
Nice.
These are cool, but I use these a lot because they're not so pointy. I use these to like start on trim panels.
Oh.
They're so thin. I use these too sometimes because some of these screwdrivers or panel poppers, they're kind of pointy in some edges, and these are rounded off and kind of like a non-marring finish. I use these sometimes to get those covers that are hiding the screws on door panels.
Yeah. And those just basic screwdriver. Oh, those are Torx.
Yeah, those are Torx.
Okay.
So I'll use these sometimes as well. Door handles.
Nice. What is this?
This is cool. These are actually some keys. We use these to weld them on to when we're doing Autobody.
Okay.
So I just keep them on this.
What does it do?
We weld them on. We have a dent puller somewhere. I'd have to show it somewhere. So we weld these on to the vehicle on body lines. For example, it would be somewhere along this body line. If this was caved in, I would find out where it's at again. And then we start welding these, and we draw out again the body line, and then how they're holding on this long bolt, we would pull it.
Oh.
And we would pull the metal out. So if you look at it, these are used. And what I'll do is I'll bolt these down so they're all the same size, and then I'll grind it. Because you want these to be the same size. So since I use these on one car, I'll put these separate. But I also have new ones in this bag.
Oh, okay.
And
nice.
yeah, but those ones, since they're used, I want to keep those separate.
Gotcha.
So I have some spatulas here. I'll have some in my other drawer, but these ones are actually for taking off emblems.
Oh, okay.
Well, this one's different. These two are for emblems, but this one I use for breaking clips.
Oh, okay. Like when you can't get them off?
Well, yeah, some of these clips, especially on rocker moldings, I prefer to break the clip rather than destroy the tab.
Oh,
so,
that makes sense.
And
then what's that?
Oh, this is cool. This is a contour gauge. So a lot of times too, when you want to recreate the body panel and you don't know how far to pull it, so we'll go to an undamaged side and it'll just take the shape of whatever's on the other side. So
Oh, so then you can kind of match it with
yeah,
the...
so then I'll just flip it and bring it on the other side, and then I'll have something to go off of.
Oh, that's smart.
This helps out a lot too, to show how far off it is for
Gotcha.
insurance companies. We could show them what the other
Oh,
side
yeah.
looks like. Because sometimes on pictures, it's hard to capture what the damage looks like. So we'll
Gotcha.
show them some contour gauge pictures. And
So you have to take a lot of photos in this industry?
you have to take
do?
a lot. We'll
Like
be pausing
before
a
and
lot to
after?
take pictures during.
Oh, during, okay.
A lot of times we will get, we'll take pay cuts because they didn't see a certain process done and they think that they should pay less.
Really?
So, yes, a lot of time we have to like justify our work with pictures. So now we're starting to get to the auto body section. These are some of my assortment of hammers,
Okay.
and have some dollies here.
Nice. So as far as hammers go, is there like a brand that you typically...
You know what? That's a good question. So those ones I got on a deal on eBay, and the blue
nice.
handle, well, the blue heads, and those are Cornwall blue. But I'm pretty sure that they're all pretty much made by the same hammer company,
Oh, okay.
Martin.
Oh,
and
Martin,
they just get branded according to each tool truck. So,
Gotcha.
I mean, if I had to be honest, I think Martin is the way to go.
Yeah.
These
Right
happen
on.
to be Cornwall by Martin.
Right.
Yes.
That looks crazy. What is that? Is that...
This one is actually cool. It's a long reach.
Did you make that?
No, I didn't buy it. This one is actually, speaking of it, the devil.
So it comes like this.
Yeah, it comes
The
like
massive handle and the tiny...
that. Yes.
That's cool.
It's a long reach and it's a small head. And
I guess that's to get like inside of like a panel.
yeah, this could be used for like reaching inside a bedside.
Oh, okay.
Or from the inside, working from inside that trunk area, working on that quarter panel
That makes sense.
areas that you could reach. So we tackle the repair in different ways. So sometimes if we were forced to weld from the outside, but if we could attack it from the inside, it's better for the customer too. Less welding on the vehicle, less corrosion protection.
Gotcha.
These are some knockdown tools. I think these are mostly meant for PDR. Sometimes if it's something small, I want to tap it down.
Yeah.
Small little high spot.
Okay.
I'll use that stuff.
Yeah, what is that?
This is cool. This was made by Dent Fix. So sometimes when we're fitting up a new door, we typically might not have the check strap because we don't want to assemble the whole door. We just want to like get an idea.
I have the what? Sorry.
The check strap, which would be, let me see if this one has it. So it would be this guy. This is your check strap.
Oh, okay.
And if you don't have that, the door will want to close by itself.
Oh.
So what we do to avoid that, we will put this on like such.
Oh, okay.
It'll hold your door. It'll also help too. So let's say you want to fix the dent here,
Right.
so you don't scratch up that. If that door is undamaged, it'll help you. So that way you're sanding and you're not sanding adjacent to the other door.
I can see that happening.
But it'll work for doors, lift gates.
Nice.
It'll be in the vertical position.
Oh yeah. Oh, you don't have to
And
like bend over and stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, so just different lengths.
Nice.
This is a spoon dolly, slapping file. We use this to shrink metal. This one's cool too.
Oh, gee, that's like got a curve in it, huh?
Yeah, you could set the contour how you want it to.
Oh, really?
This was actually a new one. I was just trying it out.
Huh.
Typically don't use this much, but yeah,
It looks really aggressive.
Yeah, it looks really aggressive. We try not to use that. Yeah, these ones are made by Cornwall and different sizes. They came in a pack of 3.
Okay.
But I use these personally for once we drill off a spot weld. I like to use these. They're really heavy duty, and then they have the striking end.
Oh yeah.
So I'll hit it with a hammer, and they make tools for that, such as these.
Okay, it's gonna like split the panels.
Yeah, it'll split the panel, separate it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. These are made for that, but I found these, and I don't know if they were exactly made for that. But I use them more than I use the ones that were made for it. Drawer number 4.
Oh, more hammers. Goodness.
These are different hammers. I like to throw my gloves in here because I don't go in here that much either. But so these would be like dead blow hammers, and just so on the bottom side, I'll have the more of like the rubber ones that don't have like the steel head.
Oh, okay, yeah. You looks like you like the snap-on.
Yeah, that one came in a
Deadlifts?
kit. So
Oh, it
so
did.
that's why there's some color organization there.
Okay.
That one came in a kit, yeah. And this one's cobalt. I bought it too because it was red, but it was way cheaper. Maybe I should flip it so there's a
There you
little,
go.
it can't really,
Now they're all the same.
now they all look the same. Yeah, and I actually made this one. This one's interesting.
That's a tool?
Yeah, this is a
Oh,
tool.
okay.
This one was actually a car part on a front bumper of a Silverado. And I've been looking for something a few years back, which I could use. Maybe Matco or someone will buy into this later. But I actually strike this end.
Okay.
And this end, I cut it. And I use this. When I need to adjust this is called the striker.
Okay.
So you got your latch and your striker. When I want to adjust the striker, sometimes if you hit it with a hammer, like you could miss and typically ruin something. So this is a
that'd be
little
terrible.
bit more precise. So I just stick it in there and I'll hit this. If I need to go a little bit in or out.
Huh.
So this one will knock my striker in, and I made this one.
That's weird they don't make a tool for that. That's crazy.
Yeah, they should.
You need to patent that.
I need to put that on there. So if anyone's watching this video, you know who to reach out to.
What is that?
So this one is kind of on the same line of the door adjustment. So that striker will adjust how far in or how far out the door closes.
Okay.
So now on the other side, sometimes if I'm closing the door will sag or it'll be too high.
Oh,
If I want to
okay.
bring it back down, so that's actually where I got the idea. So it has a little notch for the striker. And then this side goes in for your door.
Okay.
And then I'm not going to do it on this one because this one is adjusted already, but I would either lift up or push down,
wow.
and the door will kind of like crack or just adjust. And it's just for door adjustment when it's high or low.
Huh.
And then down here,
Like
so
power tools and stuff?
mostly air tools, but a lot of these I've been transitioning into the battery operated if Milwaukee comes out with them.
Yeah.
For example, this is my old Cornwell belt sander. I love it, but typically they don't last more than 2 years, and that's kind of what the warranties looks like.
Gotcha.
These just came out not too long ago, so
Oh, jeez. That looks beefy.
it's so nice to not have air hose.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Does this last a while?
good question. So I use this one on this one, for example, the 4.0. I could probably remove about 10 spot welds,
Oh, okay.
10 to 15, and that's why it's good to have a lot of batteries. You just like, as soon as you kill that one. So yeah, I like to have about 2 or 3 batteries ready to go, charged, when I'm doing a job.
That's cool.
Like that. This one's kind of like a Dremel, but on the Milwaukee version. This one's for extra fine, precise cuts.
Okay.
To do some precise cuts, this does wonders.
That's cool.
This is an air saw.
Astro, huh?
Astro, yeah, I do. So these ones I've gone through a few during my career in Autobody.
Yeah.
This one's lasted a while. I think I have one more here. I have this one here too. This one is
IR?
Yes. It's good to have a backup just in case something
sure.
goes down.
Yeah.
You don't want to wait a week or
Yeah.
so, or for the tow truck guy to come, or for another one. So
Yeah.
I'll have some doubles of some things.
And the Milwaukee gun, is that here pretty good for you?
This one hits pretty good. I think this is the first generation.
Is it?
But it's lasted so long, so it's lasted the test of time.
Nice.
And,
How long have you had it?
Oh man, I would say about 6 years.
Really?
Yeah, but I haven't seen a
That's
need
awesome.
to replace it.
Yeah. If it's still going.
I mean, I want to pull a trigger on another one just because the new generations come out. You want it, but
exactly.
but it is it's working. So and some of these are repeats, like I said. I have 2 of these. A lot of these are your. This is a 2-inch pad, 3-inch pad.
Yeah.
We use these to grind.
Yeah, I always see like the same tool but with different things, so you save time, like not having to switch between
That's
different accessories and stuff.
I mean, in the beginning, you have to just have one, but once you start growing, I mean, it's cool if you could afford it. Makes things faster and quicker.
That's cool.
And I think,
And I see a couple of lights up there. Do you have like a go-to light that you usually use?
yeah, actually. So we have these. I actually have 2 of these. These are the Cornwell ones.
Okay.
But prior to that, since we're always looking for the new tools. These are just regular Amazon ones.
Oh, okay.
Cornwell came out with them. They're a little bit more pricier, but it's easy to deal with the warranty, and he has warranted a couple of these, so
sure.
I think they're a year warranty. So
nice. So you prefer like having headlight instead of just like a flashlight in your hand?
Oh yeah. The only time I probably can't use the headlight is when we're welding, and when we're welding, typically I like to have some of this, like these ones. Okay. This is one of them. I have some more, but just close to where I'm welding and help. And this one's gone through.
It gone through hell, man.
Yeah, it's gone through hell. You see some burn marks.
Yeah.
And Milwaukee just...
It just keeps going.
Yeah, it keeps going.
And you say you have a main box over here. You mind if we look in there?
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look.
So how long have you had this box?
This one I've had for about three years.
Oh, 3 years. Is it holding up pretty well?
It does well. It doesn't move much, so
yeah,
but it does well, and it's
nice.
Way less expensive than something about that size in big name brands.
Yeah, for sure.
Top section, I will have some batteries. I have 3 chargers ready to go. All of these are charged. I don't like to, once they're charged, I just put them on the side.
Okay.
Need to find a better way to organize the batteries. But for now, I know that the M12s are there and the M18s are on this side.
Nice. Cool.
I like using these since our boxes get a lot of dirt or whatever. My phone, for example, sometimes it won't charge anymore over here because we get a lot of dirt. So,
oh, wow. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so now what I've been going to more is a wireless chargers. Another thing I've gotten for my mobile station, same thing, but wireless. So I'll just charge this guy up, and yeah, I'll just take it to my toolbox.
So it's like got a battery inside?
Huh? Yeah,
inside?
yeah, it's a battery inside.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
I think it's really cool. I think it'll be cool for some people that find themselves in the same situation.
Yeah.
So now my first drawer up here. These are vice grips.
Bunch of vice grips in there.
Milwaukee vice grips. These are some of the vice grips I have, and this is just, it fit perfectly in here, so I don't want to destroy it. I think it was meant for this drawer.
Oh yeah, it's like a Milwaukee box.
Yeah, it's a Milwaukee box. I didn't come with the box,
okay,
but when it fit in here, it just felt like it should just stay here.
How would you compare like Milwaukee to like, say like vice grip or when?
You know what? They do pretty well. I haven't really seen a difference. There's some pliers that they don't make, so I have to go to a vice grip.
Okay.
But also because a lot of the guys at the shop have the vice grip brand, I could distinguish myself with these, and I don't really have to do. Well, they know if it's a Milwaukee vice grip, hey, it's mine.
Yeah, that's nice.
These are really cool. These are made by the same brand from Grip-On. We were looking at those orange pliers on my toolbox earlier.
That's right, yeah.
And these are really cool for the auto body industry because they allow you to fit on quarter panels and close the door. And that could be an issue like on some of these, for example. If I were to fit up this quarter panel on this vehicle, for example, I wouldn't be able to test fit how it. I would have to take off either do self-tappers. Let's go to another vehicle. Okay. For example, this one. If I had to fit up this quarter panel, let's say I put these ones on and I'm fitting it up. Okay. If I were to close this door, it may not close.
Right, it might hit. Yeah.
It might hit. So these ones are made so that I can fit it up and they go inside the vehicle and they're really compact. So there, it would. Assuming this was a new quarter panel I'm fitting on, close it. And so yeah, these guys are awesome. These guys. Any good auto body technician should know about these as well too. These are called shunting pliers. These are made by DentFix. These ones help when we're doing spot welding on replacement panels. A lot of times we have to start off with the shunting weld, kind of just to like get an initiate weld, and then after that we could start spot welding. But these help ground out weld. Well, now the sheets are like binded. Now you can start welding. These are some of the high-end spot welders we have.
Geez, those are like massive machines, huh?
Yeah, so we'll use them in conjunction with these. So we have the ProSpot i4.
Okay.
And then this is the i5, which is a newer version. So yeah, when I'm doing any type of spot welding, I will have this guy, and then these, for my first weld, these will be right next to it. So some of these drawers are organized, some of them not as much. This holds some of my pry bars. I use these for alignment too, for aligning. If I'm doing any suspension work, these will help too. We do a lot of cleaning and retaping on moldings. We have different sizes of double-sided tape. This is a pretty random drawer. I do some selling online, so I'll have a scale here for weighing out the package. This is pretty random.
Oh, okay.
Some long screwdrivers. I don't come in here too long, but sometimes you need that long screwdriver.
For sure.
I just used it a couple days ago. On this side, I do some eBay selling, like I said. I have some more stuff. This is just some random fittings for, yeah, just some of the tools. I have extra fittings, some of the paint guns. I don't really do much paint, but if I do, here are some of the heads. These are just license plate stuff, and like I said, I buy and sell cars as well, and I have some of the keys here for the cars that I have. Here, these are some things as well. Like I said, I don't use as much on a daily basis, but these are some heads for the air hammer.
Okay.
I don't use these that much, but when I have to, I know where to go, and this is the area. Some scrapers here. This is a plastic scraper, and then just a regular blade. Got some blades here. This is interesting. It's like a fishing line, and then this one is I don't know what you would call it, like for what I think I got this from the construction department at Lowe's.
Okay.
But sometimes for taking off emblems, and these are some extra spatulas in case I need some. I have some on hand because I use those a lot for different uses. If I have to take off an emblem, sometimes some people use like plastic tools, some people use spatulas. But if you hit that edge in the wrong area, you could dent or scrape the panel.
Sure.
So a lot of times I'll just wrap this around the emblem, and I'll start doing like a seesaw motion, and I'll get that emblem off. So it's a little tedious, doesn't scratch it.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of my buddies will come here too and, hey, where's the green rope? This is kind of like my electrical drawer.
Okay. Do you have to do much electrics? I guess you'd have to, get hit by like
if it gets
on the light
hit,
or something.
If it gets hit up front, sometimes the wire harnesses, we do some repairs and we could charge for that. Some other harnesses we replace if they hold something important. For like if an airbag harness is damaged, we can't fix that. We have to replace the whole harness as a whole. It's a safety issue.
Sure, yeah.
But on stuff we could fix, for example, a fog light harness, we'll fix those. And yeah, I'll have a lot of stuff here just for that. Some fuses, some shrink wrap, or some shrink tubing. These are cool. I'm sure have you seen those before?
Oh yeah.
It's for stripping the wires, soldering.
Nice. Do you like that soldering?
I like it. I don't use it as much. I don't use it as much for Autobody wiring repair. I have used this a little bit. It's a hit or miss. When I do glass, they have that heating element tab on the rear glasses for the defroster, and sometimes those come off. So there's no really right way of getting them back on. So I have had to solder them before, and that's what saved me in the past. We don't go too crazy. If it's something that we can't fix here in-house, we don't spend too much time on it. We'll send it out. So over here, it'll just be random stuff. This is more, for me, it's a mechanical drawer. So these are like for oil filters, more hose, pinch-off clamps. This one's to the ratcheting style for the clamps on the radiator hoses. And then these are standard drive wrenches. I don't come in here much, but if I need it, I know where to come here. So this one is gonna be a mix. So I have a tap and die set here. Go ahead and open it.
Oh, that's a nice set.
Yeah, this one's okay. I've actually been considering buying the bigger one. But this one does the majority of them. I have the screw extractor one. This one's snap-on.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't use this as much, but I have on some of these ones. I think you could tell which ones.
Sure.
What I do use a lot is for stripped like heads on bolts. This is the Irwin. I'll use this, and it has like the reverse thread.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, these ones have been lifesavers on some of these bolts where the head's stripped.
Yeah,
this one just fit perfectly there. It's nothing to do with that, but this should belong actually in that drawer with the air hammer stuff. These are air hammers, but these are like attachments for Autobody. Some of these, I mean, really shouldn't be using these, but I've used them a few times, and I think they've paid for themselves, but they're panel shapers made by Steck. I have an old the click style wrench. I think this is just a Harbor Freight one. Like I said, I don't really do much mechanical.
Okay.
I've recently acquired the digital one.
Oh, really?
This is a snap-on.
Oh, geez, that's nice.
Yeah, just the one. Don't do too much, but if we do like some subframes, yeah, want to torque everything up to spec.
Yeah.
So that one, I know some of the other guys have like 3 of them, but I think they do more torquing than I do. But yeah, I recently acquired this one, and
nice.
so I got that one there. Going back to this one before we head up there. These are just, don't use this too much as well. It's a little bit of a specialty socket, but it's I think the 12 point.
Okay. Yeah.
These are welding plates. I don't know if you've ever seen this before. So if we need to pull a body panel, earlier I showed you the keys. This one works similar, but probably for like an area that's less big. I would weld it onto the area I want to pull.
Right.
I'd slide on this attachment. These are made by Mo-Clamp. With that being welded to the sheet metal, I could pull it either by a frame rack or with the frame rack chain or with a pogo stick, which I'll show you over here. This is a pogo stick is what we call it in the auto body industry.
That's for like leverage and stuff?
Yeah, so I'll put that against probably the tire there and I'll pull.
Okay.
If it's like some mild steel or something small, it'll pull it out. If I can't, I might have to go on the frame rack for a little bit more power. These are for drawing out the lines for wheel wells. This is a compass.
How does that work?
So let me show you. Let's say I'm drawing out this line. So I could just put this in this area and then hold that pencil. This one doesn't fit there, but essentially that's what it is. I'll set it at where I want to, and then this will draw out the line for me.
Oh, I see.
I've transitioned now to using a compass, but this one is made for that. Don't use it as much, so it went to the big drawer.
Oh, gotcha.
I'll show you the compass in a little bit.
Okay.
Over here, this is just like an overflow of like emblems, just random parts that I might need either on my personal vehicles or stuff that didn't get used. Okay. And I think I might be able to use it later.
Yeah.
I'll save them. So this is just like an overflow.
So as far as parts, like if you're tearing down a car, do you have a system in place? Because I see these racks over there.
We pull out a rack typically when we're going to work on a vehicle, and we typically have 1 rack per vehicle. But we set them over here in this area, and they're divided up by team members. But this whole column here is going to be mine. My area.
All of this?
Yeah, all of that, and then we have some overflow. I'd have to show you that outside.
Wow. And so like all these labels are for like showing you what car that goes to?
Every cart will have a label that corresponds to the job, and over here on this side is going to be our receiving department.
Oh, okay.
So we have a lady that works there, and she will receive the parts and she'll check it off, and then she'll go to the rack, find a damaged part, she'll parts match it, and then she'll put it on the cart.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, so mostly going to be damaged parts or parts that came off, and we separate it. Typically, we try to put the damaged parts on the bottom of the rack, and then she'll fill up the top with the new parts.
Man.
So we try to.
That's so nice to have somebody to verify it's the correct part before it even gets to you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that'd be a huge time saver.
Yeah, it is. Let's see. This one right here, I have some other random stuff. So like these are like some slide hammer attachments.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these are just some cotter pins and some random ones that the shop doesn't have, but I just bought them at Harbor Freight just to have them for when I do need them.
Gotcha.
These I do use a lot. These are gonna be like crush nuts.
Oh.
For like you rivet these on. I don't know if you've seen these before.
They're like a nutsert?
Yeah, pretty much a nutsert. Yeah. Huh. So yeah, these are just overflow. The shop will have some, but yeah, these are also my personal stash in case they run out. So over here I have, so this is Cornwell. These are gonna be just like panel poppers, the plastic ones. I don't really use these that much. I do have another extra one of these in my toolbox. This is just overflow as well. I don't use these as much. So if I need to, I'll come over here. But these are Harbor Freight too, but yeah, the plastic, like I'll use these to pop panels too, or if I need a wedge somewhere. And these are gonna be Sawzall blades. Shop buys some of these things, so I don't come in here too much. But
Oh, okay. That makes
if
sense.
we need to, sometimes, occasionally, we'll have to cut off a quarter panel, a used quarter panel, or we'll have to cut off something that requires a sawzall, and then we'll bring it into the shop, and then we'll just cut and trim it to our needs.
Gotcha.
The sawzall, of course, has to be Milwaukee.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So yeah, I have a blade on there right now.
So that one treat you pretty well.
Yeah, I love this. So I've had this one probably 4 years, and it's done a lot of work for me here.
More vice grips. Then.
So yeah, these are more vice grips. These didn't come with that other Milwaukee set. These we use a lot in Autobody, like the duckbill ones.
Okay.
Some of the longer ones, like I said.
That's massive.
Yeah, that's massive. But sometimes we need something like this so we could hold something in place while we test fit it before we weld it. So you need to be prepared with all the vice grips as possible. And I'm still missing some that are on my wish list. But,
really?
And even longer than those. And down here, it's kind of like specialty tools too. This is an old Foxwell scanner that I have. Typically don't use this because the shop has a scanner. Okay. We scan the cars before when they arrive, or a pre-scan, and then they will do a post-scan when they leave.
Why do you scan them at all? Like why?
Because in our industry, they might get hit up front, and when they came in, it might be alerting that the blind spot monitor is off, or that anything related with the accident might pop up. Or we also want to note, like if there was a check engine light prior to the repairs, and if it leaves, they're like, hey, we're also able to confirm with the customer that check engine light was there.
Gotcha.
This is by OMT. It just is a brake kit.
Oh, okay.
I think I got this on Amazon. This one is pretty interesting. This one is for doing holes. This one's by Cornwell. Now we have a kit for making holes on bumpers for like the sensors. Okay. Some of these bumpers, it's so messed up that they make you make the holes. What? And it's really hard and it's really annoying, but I would use this, and then you'd have to like feather it out so it's not so rough. Gotcha. Yeah, I could see it like tearing up the bumper when you do that. Yeah, but sometimes this was many years ago, but now they have a kit, and we use the kit, and it's way better, and it's better for that. But what I have used this in the past, though, here, some of these, we had to take some of the beds off, and they have the bed bolts, and the bed bolts are, if they're on top, some of them have rhino line, or the bed liner. So I'll go over the bolts just above it, and then I'll cut off just enough of the rhino line with this one. Okay. And then I just take the bolt off. So that. So it doesn't mess up like the rest. I don't want to mess up the rest of the bed. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah. It's for window regulators. Have you seen this one before? No. What is that? Is that kind of like a power probe, or? Yeah, kind of like a power probe. I think I haven't seen much. I have a power probe, but I haven't used it much like that. But yeah, essentially it has different adapters, and it's cool because you could just take your jump box and connect to it with this guy on your jump box, and then different attachments. You got the little alligator clips. Yeah. But yeah, these are really cool, especially on the used doors. We get a lot of used doors, and they'll come fully assembled, and we'll have to disassemble the door. And sometimes the door isn't connected to the vehicle, or we don't want to connect it to the vehicle. It's a clean door. It's going to go straight to paint, but we have to disassemble it regardless. Gotcha. So this is really cool. Stuff before. This is another specialty Cornwell item. This one's pretty big. I like it. I had the security Torx and some of the hex. We don't use the hex too much. Really? Not too much. So that's why I ended up moving it here. It was on my main box for a good amount of years, but I don't use this too much. But Power Pro 3. Oh, okay. The master combo kit, huh? Yeah. Down here. So I have the pneumatic rivet gun. This is pretty cool. On some of the bigger rivets, I like doing that, or some of them that require a lot of rivets, I'll use it. Nice. But I'll use this mostly on the 1/4 inch size. Because the 1/4 inch, I don't know if you've ever done the rivet on that size. They're pretty hard rivets. So this is pretty cool. This will give you that extra. Set pretty quick? Yeah, it sets pretty quick. Yeah, it's really quick. It's set. It's really quick. I love it. Air hammer, don't use it as much. If I do need it, I'll grab it. It's in here. This This is pretty cool tool for the automotive industry. We use this. It has a lot of names, but essentially what it is this, the wires on this, we'll use it to take off any seam sealer.
Oh, okay.
Rear body panels or anywhere quarter panels, we strip off seam sealer with this. Huh. Over here, I have, so a lot of times if we can't do a spot weld and we have to do a plug weld on new panels, this one's pretty cool. This one will punch a hole. I got this off eBay actually. And this will punch a hole. I think this one is a 8mm size, and it'll punch a clean 8mm size hole on a sheet of metal.
So what do you, instead of doing a spot weld, that just pushes the hole, and then what do you put in the hole?
I'll do a plug weld. So we'll just fill it in.
Huh.
We'll just fill it in, and in some areas, we don't have access for a spot weld. So yeah, I'll have to go to this, and this is pretty awesome for doing a clean 8mm hole. I like this a lot. This was like the older version of that. Did the same thing, and it punches a hole, but that one is a little bit more. You have adjustment here to like for how deep you want to go. Yeah. This one is like if it fits here, and if it doesn't, then this one was by Sunex.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I haven't used this that much, and the other side was for like making a flange. Yeah, I don't use this that much, but
I feel like that other one would be way more versatile. Like,
yeah, that one's in there. Way versatile, and it's not even name brand.
Interesting.
So like I said, over here, I had a pogo stick. This is the mini version. Maybe for a mini dent.
Okay.
So this is like the toddler version. But I have used this before too.
Have you?
It's so small, and some people might make fun of it, but I've had used this before in some places where that pole doesn't fit.
Yeah, that thing's like ginormous.
So yeah,
get into places.
This is like the mini one. I don't know if they make another size, but I have both. A slide hammer here.
Okay. Oh geez, this is a massive.
Another one. Sometimes, like I said, you just gotta have multiples just to have them ready. And these are, I think, my most common ones.
Okay.
These are my most common heads, or the attachments I use. If you're working on a bumper and it's a pretty long bumper, we set this on a work stand, and it'll help grab the bumper.
What?
This one I bought off of Matco, but I'm pretty sure Cornwell sells it too now. Essentially what it is, has these hooks over here. So it holds on. And then let me grab a bumper. Let's say I was working on this bumper and I'm doing some body work on it. Now I have somewhere where it's not hanging. Had I not had that bar, it would have been really uncomfortable to have it in this position.
Yeah, like it would just fall down. Like,
yeah, so what I do is I have these guys here. I'll just throw one of these here.
Oh, that's genius.
So
wow.
Now I'm able to do some body work this way as opposed to on the facing down. It just helps you get a different, or for reassembly, this helps out a lot too. If I don't want the face facing down, either because I don't want it getting scratched or different reasons, this is a different way so that I could do my reassembly. Got some 2 jacks here.
So both of these are yours?
Yeah, both of these are mine.
You like the Daytona? They
were pretty good actually. This one I think I've had for like 3-4 years, and it's done well.
Really?
Just picked this one up a couple months ago, matching color. They've done well. For us here, they've done well.
Nice.
I haven't had a complaint, and they've gotten beaten up. A Milwaukee caulking gun for when I'm doing glass. I have my jump pack right here.
Nice. You like that?
That's my personal one. Yes, I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. We have a shop one, and that's my personal one. Sometimes the shop one is dead if someone didn't, or not dead, it just doesn't have enough juice.
Gotcha.
If someone didn't plug it back in. But yeah, I have mine, and I got it in the green to match my toolbox.
Nice. How long have you had that one?
That one I've had for about a year.
A year, okay.
It's done well. I haven't had any complaints, and
I see a lot of guys with like the lithium type jump boxes where it's like the small.
Yeah, we have the small one too. I haven't had good luck with those. I did have one like the Nocos.
Yeah.
And I had one of them go bad on me, and it's one of those things where like, and it was pretty expensive too. So I kind of have sour feelings towards that one. Maybe I just got a bad one, but this one's been good to me, so now I'm just like, hey, you know what, like bad experience, and now I'm back to this one. But
I was the same way. Like I had the same like lithium type, and it like swole up in my toolbox. It looked like it was gonna explode. And I was like, I'm just gonna get.
Yeah.
But
No.
then recently I picked up another lithium, so I don't know.
Oh yeah,
We'll see.
Maybe it's time for another lithium one, or another one of the compact ones.
Yeah. Well, if it works.
Yeah. This is pretty cool actually right here. This is a surge protector. So when we're doing any kind of welding, this is made by Dent Fix.
Okay.
We put this on a battery, and this will help so that try not to like damage any ECUs or anything.
Really?
So it'll just like absorb the. You know, when we're doing the weld, we don't. This is protect your vehicle and battery.
I've heard
electronics.
that. Like you want to disconnect the battery, but that'd be nice if they had like a tool.
Yeah, a lot of times when you disconnect the battery, a lot of your settings will be forgotten or whatever. So
right.
sometimes too, like this is the way to go.
Interesting.
Surge protector. We grab this every time we're gonna do any welding. This is a lot of the stuff that we'll use too in the Autobody. Over here, the top half of this, I'll have a lot of my glass stuff.
Okay.
For glass, equalizer is the way to go.
What is that? Are those
So
like suction?
these are cool. Yeah, these will do suction, but these the old school ones are just like that. This is a Harbor Freight one. This one's cool because this is vacuum. So what I'll do is I'll put it on the glass. A lot of times I'll put a little bit of glass cleaner.
Okay.
And then it'll just
it pumps it.
You pump it and
Whoa.
yeah, it's so strong.
Oh, that's
and
not going anywhere.
it has a little indicator line too, so it'll tell you if you're losing suction
Okay.
on that little red line.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
It comes right off. That's cool.
yeah, you lift up that little corner and it comes right off. I have a Astro, like a little blade, like oscillating blade I use this sometimes on some glass, but not much. It's really powerful. It could be dangerous if you don't know how to use it. Down here I'll have some of this is our two-part like mixing gun for any type of adhesives. I have a lot of them in here actually. Panel bond, for example. Go ahead and use that.
Nice.
So down here, I'll have just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. A sander. These are like hog sanders, bigger, like 8-inch sanders.
Okay.
Don't use those too much, but sometimes we need them. We do them. One of my respirators.
You use those a lot, like when you're sanding and stuff.
Yeah, and keep this in this container so that it'll help protect it because you got to keep this covered when you're not using it.
Oh, sure.
I have another one that's my go-to. I'll show you that one right now. It's a full face one.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, just I don't like those too much. Sometimes I have to use them if I'm welding.
Gotcha.
Over here I have some of these. These I just organize on, and these are some of the ones that I've organized on my own. Sometimes if we need a clip, I've kind of sorted them to like these are door panel clips, weather strips on the doors. On the used doors, sometimes we'll end up with duplicate parts, like on duplicate weather strips. I'll take them off if they're in good condition.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the difference between a car leaving or not. If you have a clip, believe it or not, a clip has to go on Friday. A car has to go on Friday, and then everything that's holding you back is just a clip. I'll come here and it's my stash. And
that's cool.
Some of the guys know, hey, Hirum has a stash of like clips organized.
Yeah. And I like these organizers though, like stacked together and stuff.
Yeah, I like them a lot, and they're heavy duty. I've seen some of my other buddies have some of the Harbor Freight ones or some other brands, and they're not as good as these. These ones are a little bit more pricey, but they hold up a little bit more specialty tools. And this one is going to be a master disconnect set. Okay. Don't use this too much, so we don't do too much mechanical, but a few times I've used it. It's done well for me. This one we do use quite a bit.
Airlift, okay.
Airlift, so radiator swaps.
Oh, yeah.
So earlier we were talking about the nutserts. So here's the latest one. I've probably gone through like 4 or 5 of these.
Oh, really?
Sometimes, well, not necessarily this brand, but sometimes a buddy or someone uses it and you know, they don't tell you and it damages. But yeah, this is my latest one I have, and yes.
That one treats you pretty well then?
This one does pretty well. Nice. I like Astro. Up here, this top one, I'll have my full face respirator, my go-to.
Oh, okay. 3M.
Yeah, I like to put the date of when I change the filter.
Oh, that's smart.
That way I could, I know when it's been too long.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
So it's my welding helmet. This is my newest one. Believe it or not, this is just Amazon buy. But I had to upgrade. I had to suck up my pride. I had a Hobart one for the longest, and I didn't want to replace it because it cost me a pretty penny.
Yeah.
But they've been coming out with newer technology, and some of this is more affordable now. It's done really good, and it's actually like it has like a 360, or I don't know what they call it, a panoramic view.
Oh, wow.
So you got this and this, when in the past you just have this little square.
Sure, yeah.
But now you have this and this too, and it helps. It's so good, and it's
nice.
The image is so clear. This one's pretty cool. So this is gonna be my auto glass. I just ordered this bucket from eBay.
Okay.
But I use this because I do the glass in-house, an assortment of spatulas that I tackle the glass with.
Oh, nice.
So some of these I just kind of created on my own, and I just strike them from the back, and
nice.
cut the urethane with that. These are way cool. I recommend these to anyone that does auto glass. These are good for taking out quarter panel glasses. Rammer Jammer makes them. I think they're based out of Arizona.
Really?
So shout out to them. This one doesn't have a quarter glass, but I would come in from the side and then just start hammering it, and then this will help you get the glass out.
Interesting. I like this bucket though. This is like such a good idea.
Yeah, the bucket was making it easier because I would have to, when I was first doing it, I would have to go to another person's bay, but now I just toss everything here and go.
That's cool.
These are cool. This one's by Cornwell Tools, and it'll have these blades. Essentially, this is the original tool that I will use that's in that same category.
Okay.
So just like a cutting tool, a cold knife, and then you pull.
Oh, okay.
So you start on one corner, and then you pull your way on one side.
Gotcha.
But now they have these ones, which have been pretty cool. So different sizes. So I have them labeled. Number 1 is what I start with, and then I start going with the longer lengths.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. You just slide it in.
Oh, wow.
And then you pull. You have so much more leverage with this handle. And let's say it's uncomfortable for me there. I would pull the blade off. It'll stay on the glass.
Oh, wow.
And I'll just flip it too, so that I'm in a more comfortable position.
Yeah, it seems like you'd have more leverage.
Yes. So they have this handle, and well, the longer handle and the shorter one.
That's nice.
This is my auto glass bucket.
That's cool.
Let's head over to the sanding cart. And
okay.
Let's finish there.
So this, like, you roll this wherever you're doing work?
Yeah, I'll roll this around too. So
nice. Is this just like a Harbor Freight?
Yeah, this is a Harbor Freight.
Okay.
Didn't need to go too expensive on this one because it was going to be dirty. As you can tell, it's all dusty. So have a snap-on DA.
Okay.
And I have a Dynabraid. Huh. So I have 2 of them. Also, like I said, like to keep 2 things separate. This one has a pad.
Oh, okay.
So this is a little bit more for like prepping for paint. This one doesn't. So this one's flat. I use this more for doing auto body.
Oh,
when I'm finishing or when I'm prepping for paint, this is what I go with. And this thing is more, it has this foam pad, which it'll adapt to the contour of the car. Over here, I will have my grits. This type right here is gonna be our Velcro. This is gonna be your traditional, it's kind of like the adhesive.
Oh, okay. So what do these go on?
These will go on the blocks.
The blocks.
So down here.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'll have the blocks, and a lot of them are going to be Durablock. On this half, on this side, I'll have my Velcro, which comes off as such.
Interesting.
And then this one is going to be just your like adhesive one. That one's more just kind of like that. Over here, I have some more. I don't use these as much, but these are some like crazy contour ones too. Long ones. I forgot who makes them. Well, I bought these on the truck as well, and they have them in the shorter size.
Oh, wow.
This one's cool too.
What is that?
Big Kids Block. It's I think they're here based out of Utah. And Velcro.
Interesting.
Just different designs to get the job done. Yeah. And this is essentially a scuffing pad, but on air tool. This is taking the residue on, when you take emblems off, you'll have residue from the letters.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll take this off with this. And earlier I was talking about a compass. So essentially this is the same thing that we were talking about the body lines. I like the compass more. So I'll set it on there, and then this will help me draw out my line. So
you just follow that?
Yeah, I'll just set it, and then I'll just follow it.
Okay. Huh.
And that's what I got. That's the little cart, and
that's cool.
Thank you for coming out.
Well, Hiram, I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me. Gosh, it's so cool. Before I go, shout out to Owen. Stay in school. And yeah, till the next one. We'll see you.